Good afternoon. Welcome back to G&H Honey Bees. It is the 2nd of May, 2026, and we are having extraordinarily warm weather right now. It's almost 20 degrees Celsius, which is 68. It's supposed to get to about 22, 23 this afternoon. And it's been kind of like this for the last week or so. Or, well, not a week or so, but about a week. And I've just been doing a few things off camera and trying to sort through what's been going on with the bees. So in the previous video I mentioned that I did artificial swarms on these two big boxes here, and was letting them raise new queens, and I opened them up, I don't know, it was a week ago now, and both of them had swarmed. And even though I had a swarm box out, they didn't go to it, so they just disappeared. So this box with the green entrance, so this box here, when I did the artificial swarm, I put them in a single high here, put the queen and the bees in here. So I just did a newspaper combine, put them back on there because there was no queens and probably less than half the bees that was in the box. So that combine was successful. And then I looked in this box and they had also swarmed and there was no queen. So I took a frame of eggs out of this artificial swarm, the top box, and put it in there. And I checked them like 4 days ago, and they have a queen cell. One queen cell started out of that whole frame of eggs. So I'm just letting them do the thing. So I just want to have a quick look in here. Seems to be, oh, there's the wild thing. Hey, wild thing. You're so silly. It's just silly. Anyway, I might have to take the bottom box out of here and put it on the top, because it seems to be the bees want to congregate at the top, and even though there's not 3 boxes of bees there, they get into a swarm mode because there's no place for them to go up, I guess. So, what are you helping? Hey, are you helping me? And after I get done looking in here, we're going to look in this nuke because I'm doing an experiment. And I'll explain more about it once I get through this one. So, let me get you set up. And I'll get the cover off and the inner cover off, and we'll have a look and see what they're doing. Alright, back in a minute. Alright, so this is the top box, and there doesn't look to be a lot of bees in here. That's honey. That's honey. And bee bread. So there's probably brood right next door here. There's brood. Those open cells there have got fresh larvae in them. That's also got fresh larvae in it. There's a queen cup. Not what I was looking for. Well, they're really scrambling. There's some bees starting to hatch out of this frame. Yeah, there's not many bees in here. I might just reduce them down to a single box. This has gone from like having 3 full boxes of bees to hardly any. So there's nothing on this next frame. And I didn't see the queen. Get off there. We don't want to squish you. We need all the bees we can get. Yeah, it's kind of been a confusing start to the year with these boxes swarming in, you know, mid to late March. Just a new experience for me. Never encountered it before, so. Here, get you. Find it down here a bit more. Where did the queen go? I better look through that box again. You can still see the remnants here of the old queen cells. There's one there. There's cells right there. Another one there. There was a lot of queens hatched out in this box. Or 1 or 2 hatched out and they killed the rest of them. There's a bunch more on that side. I don't know. I don't see her. And she's unlikely to be down here. Yeah, there's not much going on there. So, I think what I'll do just take that box right out of there. And take this box right out of here because it's not being utilized. Put this box right on the bottom. Before I do anything else, I want to see that queen, see if I can see her, because I didn't see her. Yeah, she's not there. Have a good look here. She shouldn't be that hard to see. Although she wasn't marked. Yeah, I don't see her there. And I wouldn't expect her to be there with all that bee bread and stuff. Oh, there she is. She's right there. Alright, good. She's alright. So what I'm going to do is just leave them as a single box. I'm going to take and shake all the bees out of these other ones. So let me do that, and then we'll get back to having a look in this nuke, and I'll show you what I've got going on. Alright, so I got them set up again as a single. Let's see how it goes. But anyway, this experiment involves grafting, and I've never grafted before, but I've seen other beekeepers doing it and how they did it, and so I got some grafting tools, and I got some the artificial cups that you put on the top bar of a frame, and so I set that all up. And over at my other location, I have a big, beautiful Carniolan queen, and she's just going crazy, laying eggs everywhere. I actually went through that box this morning already, and had to add a third box because they were creating swarm cells. They're queen cups and drone brood. So I gave them some more space. But anyway, I took this 3-frame nuke, and I took just 2 frames, one with honey and another one with bee bread on it, put it in there, and no eggs on either of those. And then I did the grafting thing by taking a frame out of that Carniolan, and I shook 3 frames of bees in here from the Carniolan box. And they've already been replaced, just by the number of hatches they've had in the last few days. But anyway, so there's Carniolan bees in here, and I took the freshest larvae I could find off a frame out of that box and put them in 10 cups in this. And then I put them in here. So I want to, and it's been 7 days, so I don't know if I killed all the larvae when I moved them, or if this is successful, or what. But let's have a look and see. I also gave them a pollen patty, which they've been picking away at by the looks of it. Okay, so this is one of the outside food frames. Now, and why do we have queen cells on there? Did they move them eggs out of the... Well, that's not exactly what I was hoping. Lord. So they took the eggs or the larvae, by the looks of it. And moved at least one. There doesn't seem to be anything in this one, in that other one, yet. So let's have a look. Let's set this. Where am I going to set this? Let's set this down here. Wow, there's one queen cell. And I don't know what they've done here. They built comb on that one. Well, I have one queen cell in there. Unless there's a queen cell under that other one. So I think what I'll do in a couple of days, I guess that's not bad for my first time, but I wasn't expecting them to move larvae around like that. Should look at this other frame, because this was just honey. Yeah, that's just food. Run in there. Get in there. So, possibly a 20% success rate. Well, it's my first time. But what I'm going to do in a few days is that queen cell that's in the actual cups that I put in there, I'm going to put a cage over that and capture her. So that's 7 days. We got another 7 days or so before they hatch. So that's interesting. Interesting. So that's a bit of a success. Bees. So that's it for today. Hope you're all doing well. I don't know if you noticed, but my voice is way better. I seem to have gotten over that virus that I had, and things are looking up. I'm starting to feel more like a human being again. So yeah, I hope you're all doing well and your bees are doing well and you're having a great day, and we'll talk to you again in another video in the near future. Bye for now.